Many factors contributed to now former VP Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party establishment losing the 2024 election, and one of the best stand-up comedians in the biz right now, Nimesh Patel, has his own theory.
I know why Kamala lost. It's because she ran ads that were informative. She ran ads that gave her positions, her decent positions on a lot of the issues. Trump ran ads that were designed to scare the out of everybody, and they worked.
He's not wrong either.
So it has played an outsized role on the right throughout the primary and now here in the general election. And I think the Trump campaign is betting on, getting folks out to the polls using this fear of what could happen under a Kamala Harris presidency to turn their supporters out to the polls. You know, when you look at this issue, like other issues, social issues that we've seen, the fear of what could happen has been effective in turning folks out to the polls. I think what we're seeing is the Trump campaign trying to take advantage of that when it comes to this issue that many would consider political red meat.
The sad fact of the matter is that playing into the hatred and fear already present in the voter base worked incredibly well to Trump's advantage, regardless of the facts and reality, telling a completely contradictory story to what was being presented to the public. Because they live in a constant state of victimhood and fear, the MAGA base craves a target to direct their anger at and a scapegoat for everything wrong with their lives. Patel, however, puts a humorous spin on this destructive attitude.
If Kamala wins, then they'll let in murderers and even terrorists. And as a terrorist, I found that very offensive. Why are we third? Murders, they kill like very specific, they attack very specific people. Terrorists kill everybody.
Patel would also go on to explain what happens when you directly play into the pervasive bigotry already present within the country and the outcome of pandering to the same clowns who continue to spread and believe said bigotry.
And now white supremacists are acting even more supreme than they did before. That's what I don't like about this new era of the Trump presidency we're about to have, is the newfound confidence that white Americans have. A lot of white Americans think that they won. You didn't. Some of you might have actually lost. But every white guy is now walking around the same way Asians did after Linsanity happened.
Patel hits the nail on the head yet again. We've extensively covered the uptick in the public presence of white supremacists, Christian nationalists, and neo-Nazi hate groups since the first Trump admin. And we've seen much of the same so far during his second term, from literal neo-Nazis spreading hate in Columbus and Cincinnati, Ohio, to MAGA bootlickers on social media and at conservative political events vigorously defending, and in some cases mirroring Elon Musk's infamous Nazi salute. The image of America that Donald Trump and his policies represent aligns almost perfectly with the beliefs of these groups.
I don't know how you could think you're better than someone like LeBron James when you yourself look like Larry the Cable Guy, you know?
A hilarious point, but we all know that false feeling of inherent superiority stems from being sold a lie and having that lie reinforced over centuries with whatever justification those in power could come up with. That's also why all of these self-proclaimed slurs and insults Patel will say are laughable in comparison to the legitimate slurs used against the people who are not in power. Hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Rick Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStromShow. Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you.
Because I've got these racial slurs I can't wait to break out on the white community. Do not tell me where you're from. Oh, you're from Vermont? You syrup monkey. Uh-oh, you're from Phoenix, you sand cracker. It's a good one, right? Yeah, look at you. White guy likes sand cracker. That's funny.
Now, While we need to laugh about the dire state of our country to keep ourselves from going completely insane and hopeless, you should always keep in mind that people like the ones you're about to see not only exist, but have immense influence dictating the direction our country is going in.
Is not our nation in so many ways spiritually oppressed? Are we not suffering the spiritual oppression of the forces of secularism in our society?
The Doge stuff is written in pencil and it can be erased under the next president. And this is a perfect example. These people at NPR and PBS, they literally hate this country. They hate everything that it's about. They hate our patriotism. They hate our Lord. And they don't hide it.
We don't have leaders anymore, or they're few and far between, that will stand up and say, come hell or high water, we're going to do what's right. And I think that's why President Trump has been raised up by the Lord to do what he's doing, because he is a no-nonsense leader. He's our generation's version of General George Patton.
All three of these people are elected officials and have no problems with letting their personal religious beliefs impact their policy decisions, as well as having an entire media ecosystem dedicated to reinforcing and spreading their beliefs.
There's a story in the Bible where the Lord told King Saul to completely annihilate, to kill the enemy, and he let some live. Now, I'm not calling for violence necessarily, but we conservative Christians, we're at a moment in history where we can really win this thing. We need to win the war. We've talked about the battles that have won, but the Democratic Party is falling apart. We have to see the win that is staring us in the faces. It's not time to be lazy. It's not time to take a break. We need to see this all the way through, secure the midterm, and then the next election. But we're so close to a victory that when we see it, we'll be able to say only God through his people could have done this.
And rhetoric like this is exactly why we have to take these people seriously. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.